longing for love and nothing more. We are longing for love. We are looking the same, we want the same. We are looking the same. If you remember my name, I'll be right there. If you remember my name. me little lies. I cannot imagine that love can kill. But if you're not with me, my heart stands still. I imagine there is love in your eyes, and now I'm dreaming that you tell me little lies. I cannot imagine that love can kill. But if you're not with me, my heart stands still.
Last line note.
Ladies and gentlemen, welcome to Chaos to Be. You are watching the Vengeance Corsair Cup here live with myself, Acebeg, and of course, Machine.
Myself.
There we go. It took you a while. What was out there?
I apologise. No, I had the stream open. Obviously, I was just having a chat in the viewers, and suddenly I was having my ears bleeding from an advert. I was just screaming and ripped my heads off for a second.
Yeah,
I'm here.
Yeah, we can blame production for that. Today for you, we have none other than the return of Team-dignitas, a team that we haven't seen in a while, really. They managed to get themselves into this cup quite successfully, taking down such names as the Antwerp Aces. Ironically, one of their lineup is the former Antwerp Aces, Delru in there to get away. Blackmane, Mark Koa, and Fantasy. Lycan is there, of course, as well, but he will be sitting this one out. On the other hand, we got Phantasmagoria on Machine. Who is on that lineup?
For Fan, we do have Robon's, Elking, Vey, Zabza, and Katana. And they are a really strong lineup. I think some people had doubted them maybe at the start of this cup and maybe not predicted the kind of impact they'd have made, but these guys have come out fighting and really performing. They're going to give Dignitas a good game, that's definitely.
Absolutely. However, looking at this lineup from Team Dignitas, we got Blackmane, we got Fantasy, we got Delru, we got Mark, we got Koa. It's definitely a lineup that cannot be ignored. Very, very capable, long legacy of very strong players there. Looking at this lineup, I would not be surprised. Even knowing that Phantasmagoria is absolutely insane and how good they are, I would not hold it against Team Dignitas if they do it in 2 rounds tonight.
Indeed, well, that's what the majority of the predictions so far have been on our Facebook page. For those of you that haven't done yet, do feel free. You know, there is a keyboard at stake. Simply go onto our Facebook page. You don't even have to throw a like, but we'd always appreciate a good like. And just have a little prediction of what you think the rounds are going to be. It's obviously by first half time is the deadline, and you tell us the results. If you're right, keyboard could be yours.
Yeah, absolutely. And it's one of the keyboards that we have been waiting to give away for a special occasion, and this is pretty much not as it doesn't get much more special than this when it comes to this cup. Now, this match was supposed to be played at 10 p.m. last night. However, there was a problem with Phantasmagoria. King could not show up for that one, so we had to reschedule that match to right now when we're about to go on our way. It's going to be City Streets, and you know what? Machine, take it away.
Alright then, let's just have a quick look how this defence looks to be structured from Dignitas. See both SMGs for Dignitas pushing into Market Fantasy and Delru. Delru actually taken just above Market Fantasy below. Going to be taken down by Robons though. One man down already for Dignitas. Elking heavily tied as Robons get that second. Both SMGs in that market have been neutralised from Robons already. Vey as well, other SMG for Fan chiming in with one onto A-Arch. It was Koa who was trying to defend the A site. Now suddenly Dignitas on the back foot. Mark and Blackmane do stand. Vey changes this to just Blackmane as he does take him down. Blackmane does punish him for that frag though, and now all on Blackmane. 4 men do stand between him, and this round is going to go down quite easily to Robons. Get that third frag, and the first round goes quite easily to Fan.
Blackmane seemed to have a little bit of a difficult time there getting his action going in, because he really seems to be very rusty there. One thing I was noticing earlier on as well is Phantasmagoria, they had Zabsa on the long, overlooking a site through the car park, trying to get a peek in. Now, he hasn't done anything like that so far, because Phantasmagoria did eventually make that push on towards the B site. However, right now, it looks like the bomb is once again going A. There's 2 players there. It's going to be none other than Mark, who's sitting on A. On B, my apologies. Koa, sitting just outside of... Oh, he's got a nade in towards the general direction. Good thing that car bomb did not go off. But he's just sitting by Arch. Oh, and that fallback situation has forced him back. He's going to need to rush in towards the A site now, unless somebody pops out in a second. The barrel's right around the corner. If he can blow that one up, then he could push himself in a good situation. But whoever's sitting there on that A site, who is it?
Robons at the moment is just being a complete stealthy demon.
He's doing a good position. He's about to get by the plant box. The bomb's getting planted. Needs to watch out here. Gets down by Blackmane. Nicely done. Blackmane should have picked that one up. Koa will get the return. 2v2 with the bomb being planted. It's significantly in favor of Phantasmagoria right now. Mark coming down. There's a smoke coming down. Yeah, this is not going to end well. Koa will be last man standing here for Team Dignitas versus Vey. Vey by Arts. The barrel is there. Koa could kill him here right now if he kills the barrel. Oh, if he puts the barrel on fire and then get the defuse, then he should be in a good position. But he's not going to do anything. He's actually going to go for a cheeky plant. See, that's why you should put that barrel on fire before you jump in there.
True, it's definitely something you could have thought about. And another thing I did remember previously, Blackman using his the amount of hours he's clocked on Modern Warfare 3 as an excuse, obviously, for his performance. Obviously, he's actually top for Dignitas at the moment. Still,
I think it's something
early
like
times.
I think he's clocked 16, 17 hours by far in his first level. He's level 47 first prestige, which is the equivalent of about 147, something like that. Yeah.
Right, well, I just want to see this little encounter with Fantasy. Fantasy really deep in the B, actually. He's about to go into contact with Robons. Robons hasn't actually clocked his positioning. Fantasy just going to come around that corner and... Oh, he doesn't take him down! Fantasy struggling there. Did land the tag, but not the frag, as he does retreat back in towards B. Understandably, he literally just needs to hold that B push. Not going to really much be happening on that B side now, as the majority...
It doesn't really matter, because the bomb is over
Once
at
again,
A.
They really are favouring this kind of Elking and Zabza kind of chilling in the car park and taking it slow. Almost taking a leaf out of a Nexus's book, maybe. As they do have this constant, this kind of regular strat, which I think a lot of teams are aware of, but struggle to counter, is this kind of split, but so aggressive on B, but the bomb usually will be planted on A.
Yeah, the problem... There's a good counter for that, though. Team Dignitas can just lob 2 or 3 setnates right in the Quartz car park, stagger their assault, and then get the scope back on towards plan box in order to hold himself up. King, with a sublime little play, finally uses that barrel, shuts him down. It's 3-0. It's not looking very good from Team Dignitas in this defensive round on City Streets. Now, in the past, we would have seen one-sided on the City Streets so much, but for the defensive side rather than the attacking side, Phantasmagoria really seem to have this under control so far. Stelru. Last man standing on A. This will give Fantasy and Phantasmagoria easy walk straight in towards the site. We'll get the bomb down, get the bomb planted. Zabza on standby, overlooking. This bomb is easily going to get in there. Fantasy and Co will be the last men standing here for Team Dignitas. It's not going to happen. Fantasy will be the last one here. Has himself one hell of a difficult time. Nope, gets pre-fired by Robons. It's 4-0.
Indeed, and Fan looking really strong at the moment. Robons especially, I'm going to actually go with him this round, as he does is most likely going to make his way into market once again. Him and Vade, you seem to be kind of holding hands and skipping into that market almost every round. This time you're going to be waiting for those nades. No actual nades making their way to Bialy. Very unusual and not expected play. Maybe they just assume that they're going to be waiting for them, as it does slow down that push. Going to be encountered with Fantasy. Fantasy does come out on top in that wooden area. Now suddenly Delru is on the defense. He's going to have to take Fantasy's place. Not going to happen though, as Blackman picks up 2 sublime frags in that B alley. Mark with a lot of spray onto Elking on that market. Fantasy mopping up for his failure though. And finally the first round for Dignitas. It was a clean sweep. The first frag to Dignitas does finally hit the board.
Well-deserved round there. Looks like Phantasmagoria were overstretching himself a little bit. Right off the bat, let's see where they're going. Again, the bomb is going A. Now, they've been doing this for the last 5 rounds so far. Dignitas seem to be starting to learn how to deal with the situation. Zabza on catwalk, looking down. Anybody in the Dignitas spawn? Doesn't appear to be the case, because Dignitas just picked himself up 2. Katana and Vey. Mark, ready to go. Picks up Zabza. Right on towards catwalk he goes. Very aggressive play, and it seems to be working out. And again, it's going to be King to be the last man standing. The bomb is down. He is just outside of A. This is not going to happen for him. The entirety of Team Dignitas are just perched on catwalk on towards that bomb. And this 4-man is simply not going to happen. Yeah, exactly. There it is, and it's 4-2. Mark will be the only one to die there.
Indeed. No, I think Dignitas as a whole have just kind of realised that if they can control market, they can control this attack that Fan are presenting them. Delru this time going to be the main man on market, going to try and put some fire on towards catwalk. Not going to be needed though, as the players do look to be making their way towards B. for Fan. The player over there to encounter them is on those stairs. Katana holding them. Does make his way in towards Market now. Mark does put the fire in. Nice play from Mark. Both SMGs for Dignitas performing this round. Koa going down from Elking. Mark quickly responding though with his frag. Zabs are going down as well. Mark, this is your round. Dominating that car park area. Faye not going to go down without a fight. They're just going to frag onto Delru. Looking to get the second. As he does duel with his Deagle and Market. Not going to succeed though as Fantasy mops him up. And 4-3. Nice little comeback from Dignitas. They were looking relatively weak. They're just going to show that this is going to be a final or a game that we can really enjoy.
As Delru just mentioned, if Team Dignitas lose the next 2 rounds, or at least if Delru loses his play the next 2 rounds and he does not get any kills, then he will get himself a nice little bomb, 007. Phantasmagoria with an exceptionally fast push right on towards the B site, the A site, my apologies. The bomb has been planted. They're all over the place. Delru is down. Did not get a kill there. He is currently at 006. Markwell does take down Zabza, and it's suddenly a 3v4. Right now, 2 Team Dignitas players on the high ground. Robon's really getting caught with his pants down as Mark gets him quite quickly. But it's going to be very difficult to get in there. Flashes come out. Mark with the defuse. Blackmane, gets the knife and gets the AK, and the bomb is going to get defused.
Explosives defused.
Good round. Very good round there by Team Dignitas.
Time like this come out for Koa, whose PC is constantly giving him jip. I think the last time we casted Dignitas as well, we had a lovely issue with Koa, and a couple of timeouts were called in his favour. But now, once again, he has made his way back into the server. And we should be underway. Now, see, Dignitas, you say your favourites are Dignitas, yeah?
Yep.
You're still going to put your name and money on a team that I'd say have been not underperforming, but I don't think they've reached their peak yet with the new lineup.
I think the problem with Team Dignitas, right, is like you've already said, it's the combination of gelling between Delru, Blackmane, the entire lineup really. Koa, you can pretty much let go. He's pretty much like Ono when it comes to his playstyle. You can let him roam, you can let him do whatever the hell you want, because he'll get himself the kills and the setups. Like he'll take a shotgun, for instance, on say Crash, and he will kick your ass, no problem. However, I wonder how they're going to be gelling with Blackmane, especially when he puts his time in towards Modern Warfare 3 and things like that, and not getting ready for a match like this here today. But we'll have to see how it all goes. But yes, my money is still on Team Dignitas right now.
Yay. See, now I'm going to stick with Fan, because they're just, I like the way they play. They seem so kind of gelled as a team.
Did you see that kill by Zabza? Holy crap.
Dear. Missed it. Where's he playing? Zed. Oh, dear. Oh, and did he cause Delru's to pop? Oh,
yes.
No.
Yep.
Not going to like that one. Saw Mark pick up another double that round as well. Very cheeky. All on Robons. Where are you, Robons? The top of the street bomb. In the thick of Dignitas players, this is not going to go anywhere for him. He does start putting fire onto Blackmane. Actually going to catch Mark's nade. Mark, 11 for 5. Really, really performing at the moment, and at such a crucial time as well. Really impressed with him.
As Delru just went from an Alec Valiant to a James Bond 007 time. Let's take a look at what he's actually doing, what's causing him to die so much. As he does it again, 008, no problem there. Gets setnated out. He keeps on getting killed by these ridiculous nades, and Phantasmagoria, in the meantime, are already pushing through car park. Both cars are down, so they won't have any issues there with any explosions, and they are able to move in. Now, what is Zabza doing? Overlooking. Can you find anybody? Nope. Nothing in the back. Smokes are up. Looks like the bomb is going to get planted. What is Team Dignitas going to do? They got one in Arch. They've got one. Yeah, it's marked just by Arch. Is the barrel up? Yes, it is. He's going to have to be very, very careful. It's 3v5 on the high ground. Cannot get the tag. If he looks to his left, he will immediately die. Koa will pick up the first one. Mark coming in, picks up the second. Good entry, good entry. They need to get up towards that high ground and not lose any players, even though Blackmane already goes down. 18 seconds. Koa will need to make the push. Goes down. Good play. Good entry. But Sadly enough, the follow-up was not strong enough for Team Dignitas to make an end to that. The time was just not enough.
It seems to be getting a little bit of lag. Bear with me 1 second.
Let's take a look at Delru in the meantime. Let's see if he can finally pick himself up a kill, and we can welcome him to the scoreboard. But he seems to be rather apprehensive. All the way inside the spawn. He's going to sit on the wall. Needs to watch out he does not get his head popped off by Zabza, whoever's coming around that wall in about half a second. But that one, and ladies and gentlemen, Delru is on
Round of applause.
Single kill. Amazing play.
Beautiful.
Sitting in your spawning, waiting for a guy to walk around the corner. Probably the best way to finish that, rather than a 3-man or something along those lines. But if you have not won any rounds, or if you haven't got any kills in that long, then that's really going to annoy you. He's playing extremely passive, and that's not something you'd expect from Delru.
Indeed, right, okay, so I think my technical difficulties are a thing of the past, and I'm going to pick it up with Zabza. Zabza, who I really do like to see play. He seems to be really succeeding at picking up the opening frag, something a Scope really needs to be doing at the moment, especially with these smokes coming out from Dignitas. Elking, though, first pick up the frags. Looks to be a very aggressive B push from Fan. Dear me. As he does, makes way to the bomb. Going to get naded on his path, though. Blackman behind that frag. Dabs are not happy with that now, so surely his teammates are going to want to get that bombs back into their hands as soon as they can. Mark on the push into Wooden. Blackman does pick up one. Robon's responding, though, onto him. Now 1 minute, 3v3, quickly made to a 3v1 as Fan dominating. Delru, last man standing, does fail that jump onto B-Arch. That sound is going to have made them well aware of his positioning. Now, he'll do his best to stop that plant going down. Just
too late.
Fails. Kind of did go down, though. Now 2 remain, 40 seconds.
Would be a good time for Delru to come up out on top, because we're 1 round away from halftime.
Come out of his skin right now. What was James Bond is maybe going to become an amazing round winner. Not going to happen at the moment as he just put that fire onto Green Room. And does get mopped up by Elking. 6-6 is your halftime. And pretty level playing field. I thought we saw Fan pulling away, but Dignitas very calmly brought it back. And what do you have to say about that half?
Yeah, I have to agree. I was thinking exactly the same thing. Team Dignitas losing the first 4 rounds on the defensive side, not something you would see very, very often. But then again, proving that City Streets has changed so much in the metagame in the last couple of years, pretty much proving the game is just so different now. It's so incredibly even. I'm very curious how this is going to end up in the end. Oh, still going to say it's going to be Team Dignitas. However, it's going to be 13
it's
for this one. It's
going to be close.
10 to 13, that's my call.
Okay, then. And obviously, those of you that did make your predictions, time is now up. So, for those of you that did vote on our Facebook site, good luck. Hope your predictions are. Hope you got your fingers crossed as it is in the first round. Take it away, Matt.
Right now, Blackman picking up the first. On Zaps, a very important kill right off the bat. Taking down the scope will open up so many pathways straight through. Let's see what we have here. We have one player from Team Dignitas. Just as I minimize my screen like an absolute pro.
Dairy me.
It's going to be Koa. No, it's not going to be Koa. My apologies. It's still Blackman. Blackman is still sitting in the back. Overlooking. Sees one. Gets a little cheeky nade on Vey as he just pops out of Catwalk. And Dignitas are just slowly but steadily chipping away. Now, Fantasy will be the last man standing versus Katana. Oh, my apologies. Delru will be the last man standing here versus Katana. AKing it up as Katana's just chilling. Just relaxing a little bit. He knows he is in the defensive here. He may have an advantage, but he needs to start choosing. He's right in the middle of the map. He doesn't know yet where Delru is going to go. Now, Delru, in the meantime, is he going to go for the kill or is he going to go for the plant? Looks like it's going to go for the plant. Well, he's got himself 26 seconds. If he's smart, he'll go all the way around through car park because Katana is encroaching. Encroaching he shall. The bomb has been planted. Katana has been waiting way too long, and now Delru has a significant advantage. Will be allowed to go on the top And Katana will need to Deagle Bro himself out of this situation. Let's take it away from Delru. Where is he? Right around the corner. Right around the corner, looking through the window. Where Katana, is he going to pop around the corner? Is he going to engage? He knows where Delru is. Is he going to go for the goal bang? Delru out of ammo. He needs to get these shots, and the clock is still ticking. Delru still not able to pick it up. And it's up to him. He just lets Katana to come to him, and he picks it up. 7-6.
That was
well
a
done.
Horrible situation to be in for both players then.
No. It was a horrible situation for Katana. Delru couldn't sit steady because time is his.
Well, yeah, I mean, Delru was so anxious whether or not he was going to be pushed. I mean, surely Katana should have been putting some pressure on him. It just didn't happen.
Delru did exactly what peak.
Dude. Right then, we're going to see a little bit of a scoop exchange on that car park area. It's going to be Zabza trying to defend the A push. Blackmane again with another nade frag, really succeeded in the moment with them as Vey begins to kind of clock on this A attack. Mark takes down Elgin now. Vey on the defense. Koa does well onto Katana, and now suddenly Fan looking very weak on that A side. Vey, in fact, the last man standing, actually in a very good position to stop that plant. Doesn't seem to be succeeding. Does land a tag onto the planter as the bomb does go down now from Koa. And now 4 red dots all circling around him. So he does pick up the AK for that leg range, but they're going to be put by Mark. And there it is, 8-6. Finally, Dignitas looks to be pulling away, and I think that's going to leave a couple of Dignitas fanboys a little bit sigh of relief.
Yes, I think they're going to quiver in the little boots, and their panties are getting slightly more moist than usual. Let's take it away from...
Oh!
Casa still sitting in a spawn. And they get themselves a 10. Delru, 30 nade up backlot. Delru does it again. Gets himself 2 on Vey and King. Where are they going to go? They're going to go straight down the middle. Down Marketplace to Team Dignitas go. And Katana is going to find himself in a situation where he just gets himself absolutely annihilated. It's just Zabza remaining. He's going to need to use that Deagle because that scope is not going to work at point blank range, and he's going to get rushed by an SMG. No, takes down Fantasy right there and then. Fantasy should have not have died there. But Zabza, 1v2, it can still happen. He has got him scope. Can he do it? Again, Delru. Oh, it's actually Blackmane and Co-op. My apologies. Overview bug. Blackmane just needs to look up as soon as... Oh, no, he did not look up. Set nade coming in. Oh, no, he does actually get him. And the nade comes down. What the hell was that?
Blackmane and his nades. He needs to stop.
Did you see? He just actually threw the nade right up into the air. Let Zabza kill him. And then it went down. It's like, poof, what's up? 9-6. The bomb was planted.
And I mean, he got the kill as well. It's not he had that couple of milliseconds where he was like, he'd won the round. And then it was just stolen away from him from Blackmane's grenade. Right then, let's pick up this round with a Dignitas player. Let's go with Fantasy as he does make his way towards that B site. Robon's pushing on to Catwalk though. Does pick up one. Delru falling. Robon's trying to get the second. Actually lands the tags onto Fantasy. However, there are a lot of Dignitas players all pushing him now. It's going to be Koa to take him down. 4v3. As Dignitas are still at the disadvantage though. Delru, Fantasy and Koa do still stand. This is going to be quite interesting. Blackmane actually, I think we've got a lovely promo bug there. Blackmane does get the frag onto Zabza, does quickly get taken down by Elkin though on the response as Vey falling in laundry. Nice play from Fantasy as Koa makes his way with that bomb. Now suddenly 2v2. Dignitas on the way towards that bomb site. Fantasy's going to have to be the man to defend his teammate though, as Koa's not going to rush this planet. He has got time, 30 seconds, and Fantasy on the hunt. A Katana and Elking both kind of dancing around that bomb site. Really don't need to put much pressure on them. Will they hear that favourite sound? As Fantasy does get one to Elking. Koa now feeling a little bit more confident to get that plan down. Katana's not going to get there in time. He's about to come into contact with Fantasy. Just hears that weapon switch. Going to take him down with that Deagle into the second with that SMG. Oh, and he tags him up. Koa. Let's sit by that car, waiting for another peek. Katana does get the frag. Bullets diving into his skull there, and we see lovely time to get the defuse as well. Wow, a lovely round for Fan. And a lovely round for Katana.
Diffused.
First round since the last 4 that Phantasmagoria picked themselves up 1. It's 7-9. Time of being called. Looks like Delru managed to disconnect. Well, let's look back a little bit about that nade from Blackmane. Do you reckon that was intentional, though, what he did there, throwing that nade up?
Oh, I think so. Yeah, definitely. I think he was well aware he's going to be pushed, and looked at the time and was like, right, that was a good time to get this bad boy in the air.
Yeah, but still, he could have pushed just as Zabza pushed himself and get him in the back as he moved on towards Fantasy. Seems like a very risky move to make in that particular situation. In the end, sure, it paid off, but still, come on.
Right then. Did Koa get the winners again? The Koa, was it? No. My poor little computer's dying a slow death.
Just recently got a laptop from Chaos TV, so I can actually do all these commentaries. Which is actually why I have not done any more of the CVC Cups in the last couple of weeks, oddly enough, because my other machine was sadly buckling under the amazingness that was, Punkbuster, actually, which is a bit of a shame, but what can you do?
Right.
Yeah. It's 9-7, let's take it away. Delru, set nate's coming out, and going straight forward to Phantasmagoria spawn. And gets 2 again plus 10. It's the third time in this competition, in his matchup, that he managed to do so. Plus 10 on his part, and he will allow the rest of Team Dignitas just to push like crazy. Through car park they go. Katana gets a counter on Blackmane. Zabza, still with the scope from the back. Misses an absolutely crucial shot there. Gets flashed for his efforts, and now Dignitas should be on the site. And they are. Fantasy on the plants. Gets taken out by Zabza. Deagle broing it up. Won't be happening, but still. The position has been shown. Koa. AK. High ground. No barrel on fire just yet. Delru. Waiting for somebody to come from behind. Zabza scoping it up. As usual. Where's Vey? In market. Looking for an AK. He's going to need to hook up with Zabza soon. It's a bit of fire going out. No real picks being made. Neither Team Dignitas want to make a move just yet. They know the bomb is right there. And they take up on Zabza. They need to get the bomb planted right now because Vey is moving in. He's just around the corner. AK it up. Gets taken down by Mark. Great play there. From both sides. Waiting. The waiting game was too much. Finally, the kill came in. Zabza went down, and the door was kicked open. It's 10-7. That's my prediction. It's coming closer and closer to reality.
The Dignitas looking real strong at the moment. We do see 2 frags quickly picked up in that opening exchange with the Infinity with a second in that market, really making the market his own. Really, he's been holding it both sides, attack and defense. Tries to get another. Delru steals it as Zabza does chime in with one onto Blackmane. Scope down now for Dignitas, all on Zabza. So let's get the second onto Koa. Finally going to go down to Delru's AK, and what a fast round for Dignitas.
Yeah, absolutely. 11-7. Suddenly, Dignitas is starting to mix it up a little bit. Delru aggressive through Archway right on towards the side, taking down Zabza as he was sitting on the bomb site. Taking it away from on the top. Where's the bomb going this side? It's going through Catwalk, potentially on towards B. Let's take it away from Zabza again. Smoke all over Catwalk. It's going to allow Team Dignitas to move up, unless they lose 2, which they do. Fantasy and Mark down for the count. Zabza rotated all the way up towards the top of street. Whilst anybody coming down from Catwalk. There's flashes. So he could come in. Yes, there was a single shadow there. Sadly enough, Zabza is no Ono just yet. I'm not landing ridiculous shots today. Taking it over for Koa. Last man standing. Has the bomb. But is all the way in Catwalk. And could open up. Mo gets pushed up by King. It's 8-11.
Wow. Now, see, I feel a fan could pull this back, but you have to admire Dignitas' play at the moment. They are looking so strong. I'm just going to pick it up with Fantasy once again, just as we see him once again going to be pushing that. I say he was going to push B. It looks like he's changing his mind, going back to get that nade onto A Archers. The bomb and Fantasy looks to be making their way towards A. Fantasy is actually making his way towards A. 3 players in that car park now. One to encounter on A Arch, Who's it going to be? It's Mark to take down Robons. Nice play from him. Opening up that A side. The rotate now well underway from Fantasy. Now this is Fan and Fantasy exchange. It's going to get really confusing. I do apologise. We do see 3 players in that A arch. Blackmane takes down one of them. Katana catching his nade. Kid Fantasy now ready to pick up these other 2 as he does come round. Spots one. Elkin goes down. Going to get the second. Is he going to get the second? He does. Zabza diving into that A arch and getting punished for it. Now Fantasy finally going down to Vaking. Koa, Delru and Mark just going to chill, and Mark's going to be the man to take him down, and that is 12 rounds, 1 round away from that 13 mark and the first game to Dignitas.
It was absolutely, it was a perfect storm of both players, really. Zabza just popped around the corner, blew Mark's head right off, only getting pushed by Fantasy, who was just around the corner as well. Both sides, both players jumping in. It was really a crucial situation. If Zabza had landed that second shot, had he opened up the play there, then he would have got himself not only the hat trick, but he would have broken up the round, and it would have been 8-11, and we would have been in a completely different game right now. However, 11-8 is something that really starts to, well, it's like an itchy feeling in the back of your neck when you're playing versus a team that is on 12, because you know that you cannot make any mistakes. Now, right now,
feeling, I agree.
And right now, Mark is the only one down for team-dignitas. And you can see Fantasy, Phantasmagoria, my apologies, taking such a different approach, taking it so passive. But they're already down Katana. Robon's taking out Fantasy. This opens up a potential door. Let's take it away on Robon's. SMG wants to go in towards that A side, wants to keep the defense up. Where's the bomb? It's on Koa. The bomb is going A. Is it going A? Because Koa seems to go on the rotate. Nope. He sorts out because he knows Zappa's in the back. Oh! What? What?
Oh, I don't believe it. Blackmane picking up all of these frags and the match. What?
You... What?
Ladies and gentlemen, for those of you that just missed that, we just saw a +10 red barrel frag from Blackmane as Robons and his teammate dived into that A-arch.
And then he managed to take down Zaps. He was sitting in the back for the hat trick. Wow. What a way to finish the round. I'm gonna I'm gonna take everything back I said about Blackmane playing way too much Modern Warfare 3 in the last day.
He is right really shining.
Yeah, I know. It was kind of like back in the day when I played. My team was like a diesel. You needed to warm up first. Like Blackmane is exactly the same, because here he is pulling hat tricks like crazy.
So what was the final score? Did just miss that? Was it 13-7?
It was 13-8 for Team Dignitas, and we have moved on towards Crossfire.
Yep. And obviously, those of you that did place your bets, you know, of what the results you thought was going to happen. Any of you that did say 13-8, you're on your way to a nice and tasty keyboard.
It's a good one, actually.
Well, that was a good game. I thought, especially with such a good start from Fan, I was hoping maybe to see, a bit of a shocker, but no, Dignitas pulled it out of the bag. And now, for a map, I know majority of Dignitas absolutely detest this map, so this could go, the other way, and we could see a nice long game on our hands. Oh, well, no,
I don't know. I don't know yet.
There's a hate for this. Still, it's a good map, especially, I do appreciate maps like City Streets and Strike, where the attack and defense is relatively balanced. But with Crossfire, you're so aware that attacking is the easier side, and so it's almost nice. It's okay. We've got 4 rounds of defense. That's good, and now we can. Now we've got the attack, and whatever 8 rounds on attack is a is a relatively easy challenge.
Yeah, absolutely. However, I kind of have to. I kind of have to disagree, though, about not preferring Crossfire. I absolutely love Crossfire. I find it's an extremely dynamic map. Sure, if you get past the first 20 seconds and both teams have still 5 men standing, then you generally get yourself a very, very interesting, very tactical play. Because especially when you have construction area and Overlook just outside of A. That area makes the attacking sites a little bit more dynamic than you would expect. And especially you got somebody sitting in a little kebab, you got somebody sitting in alleyway. There's just so much dynamic, and a one person I personally am very, very curious about playing here is Blackmane, because he was there when Crossfire was considered to be one of the more interesting maps way back when we still had players like Saklon, who absolutely excelled on this map. And Blackmane was one of those players that also absolutely excelled on this map. And I'm very, very interested in how that is going to end up.
Oh, can you believe? I've just found out from a fellow caster, Enzi, that he in fact predicted 13-7 on the Facebook page. You know, this is obviously a massive Chaos TV fix.
That's nice, because it's actually 13-8.
Are you sure? I was told it was 13.
No, 13-8.
Unlucky Nico Ab.
Yeah, indeed.
Unlucky.
Yeah, it was 13-8. I'm sorry, but that's how it rolls.
Game over.
Yeah.
Just waiting on Katana to ready up, and we're going to be back underway. There it is. Right then. I think for those of you that are interested, we do see Dignitas once again playing this dynamic scope role. I believe Fantasy is going to be picking up the scope for this game. Now, this is, I'm going to say it's an advantage they have, because, you know, most players have preferred maps. And if they can find a way that both scopes and SMGs can kind of play their favourite map with their favourite gun, this can only go well.
Yeah, absolutely. One thing that's rather interesting to see, Blackmane used to be the dedicated scope for Dignitas way back when, and handing it over towards Fantasy, he can be the dynamic player. It's interesting. The ninth round is on its way. Right now, we're looking at Fantasy, the last man standing, and it will be Phantasmagoria picking up the first half, and they are going to be picking attack. So let's see how this cookie is going to crumble. Your predictions? I'm going to say Dignitas is going to take it in 2.
Yep, I think I'm going to have to go ahead and spoil you on that one. I mean, it's going to be close, maybe a 13-10 or something like that, I think. But I think Dignitas have just got the upper hand tonight. And I think it literally was. It came down to tonight. Both teams potentially have won. I'm sure they have, beaten each other many times previously, ECWs and so on. But when it's come down to it this evening, with the current setup, the current map, it's going to go in Dignitas' favour.
I'm going to go ahead and pretty much claim that Team Dignitas has the most experience of these two teams. That lineup they have, from a LAN perspective, they've got more experience. So they know how to play when the pressure is on. We are playing for 10,000 right here, at least for a possibility, because whoever loses it goes towards a lower bracket. And where they will meet, I think it's the Nexus in this round at the moment that's in that lower bracket, so we'll have to see. In the meantime, let's get into the game. Machine, take it away.
Alright then, I'm going to pick it up with Zabza, scope for Fan. Marco first pick up the frag onto Robon's Elkin, looks to time down. As Zabz just catch a glimpse of Fantasy's Berry on the retreat now towards tables and chairs. Very slow play from Dignitas. They really don't know. They don't need to be putting any sort of pressure on that Melons. They just need to have plenty of nades and be able to stop that bomb going down on the B site. Bomb is in the hands of Vey at the moment, so I think that B plant is most likely, as Vey is just chilling in Melons. Having a look at the banana box, is generally admiring all the fruit available on this map. Still no deaths for Dignitas, 2 for the fan side. And Vey playing very cautious with that. He's going to try and get some fakes in. Most likely is he... Oh, actually... Lots of... Yeah, there we are. It was fake. I thought we had to hold it there as we do. You see a 1 nade coming of Dignitas. They're really going to stagger these now as Fantasy gets the frag onto Zabza. Scope now down, and Fantasy is actually going to try and put some scope fire onto that bomb site. Vey manages to get it down. Koa's nade just a little too late, but it's not much of a problem as Delver is there to take down Katana, and that is first round to Dignitas. And they've actually... I'm presuming we're going to see a timeout as Fan are already a man down, losing it El King in the first couple of seconds of that round.
Yeah, he timed out quite quickly, which was an absolute shame right there. 4-3 right now. However, Team Dignitas already picking up that first round. It's going to give them that initial boost. If they can keep their momentum up and then go towards the attacking round, it will make them so strong to continue on. Overall, though, I'm quickly going to take a look at the bracket. Yesterday we had ourselves. No, that's Dota 2. That's something completely different. Phantasmagoria, team-dignitas. Yesterday we had Lowland Lions versus Red Lake, and let's dwell on that for a little while. Did you manage to pick up any of that match? Did you see anything, or were you too drunk to care?
Which map are we talking about? It depends.
It depends on what.
Sorry? Which match were you talking about?
I'm sorry?
Which match were you discussing?
Lowland Lions versus Red Lake.
No, I was out at that present time.
Okay, fair enough. Do you know what happened, though?
I believe Lowland Lions stomped it once again.
Yes. Red Link kind of dropped the soap.
Oh, really? Was it one of them?
It was one of those. I think it was. I actually have the scores right here. Let's see here. Lowland Lions versus Red Link. It was 13-8 on the second map, and it was 13-2 on the first map.
Ooh, okay. Never fun. Fan actually asking to redo the first round as they lost Elking during it, but I'm afraid.
As you do. Whoever loses here, by the way, will move on to meet Isuba in the lower bracket.
Ooh, a good match that will be.
And in the upper bracket, in the other half of the lower bracket, we have a Red Link versus a Nexus, which is coming up in the next week as well. I would not be surprised if a Nexus picked that up with relative consistent play. However, Isuba versus either of the teams should definitely be interesting. However, I'm still thinking it's going to be Isuba versus Phantasmagoria, with Phantasmagoria coming out on top in the end, followed by a Isuba versus a Nexus in the lower bracket semi-final. So that could be rather sexy indeed.
Don't disagree, that will be a game we'll all remember for quite a long time.
Absolutely. Team Dignitas, whoever wins here, will move on versus Lowland Lions. If they win, that that would be one hell of a game as well. Fantasy versus Ono, Delru versus Chubi. That's the kind of play I want to see. That's the kind of play I want to see.
Okay, then. So just while we wait, favorite, or just personally, who you feel is the strongest scope on the scene at the moment?
At the moment, I will. I have to go for Ono.
I was just thinking the same as you mentioned him. It's between. Then again, I'm a big believer in Stormy.
Leo as well. To be
honest. Yeah, no, that's true.
Leo or Kex or
Name
Ono.
every top scope.
Yeah. It may as well. No, but those are my top three, and Ono is firmly sitting on top of that top. However, Stormy with a good second, mainly because he can do things like that Ono does as well, getting those ridiculous pixel shots that you do not expect to happen. That's really what sets them apart. Stevie, on the other hand, has really atrophied his scoping. Which I think is a real shame, especially considering Fnatic have been knocked out by Isuba, which happened yesterday. I think, it did happen yesterday. It was 11-13 on Crash in the end, which, well, one of the teams had to win in the end, so what can you really do? Still.
Indeed.
Ooh.
Now, you see, I'm just looking at the time.
I just checked here as well. Infused lost versus Knights yesterday.
That was a big hit for Infused. I think a lot of people kind of saw them going into that game thinking that was going to be one of those relatively easy games, but Knights really strong, especially with a couple of new pickups. Shua, relatively new, and even fresher new is Aslan.
Yeah, absolutely.
A lot of people, big fans of him. And so
I personally, I really like the Knights lineup, especially Senjay, who's sitting there. His scoping back when he was in TLR was actually quite amazing back then, and that former TLR lineup has come so far, especially with Her and all that, and it's just a shame to see that lineup being torn apart and being scattered all over the COD 4 community. But it was somewhat of an incubator for those individuals being so strong. In the meantime, though, let's get into this game.
Alright then, shall we go with the man that just timed out? Take it away, Matt.
Yeah, let's do and take it away. It was, in fact, on King. He rushes forward, sets it into already coming out, SMGing it up. He's taking it fairly casually for an SMG. Crossing the straight. Fantasy already picking up the first. Mark will pick himself up the second. And Dignitas are not even pushing. King has pushed all the way out towards Ali, sees one of Dignitas in the distance, gets Blackmane, no problem. But it's Vey and King standing. And they're starting to ream through Dignitas right now. Let's take it up and towards Delru, sitting on A house. The rest of his team there as well, just outside of A's site. Vey knows that he cannot cross the street just now. Not wanting to take the risk just yet because he knows Delru is up there. But I don't think Dignitas actually have an overview onto the street at all. Never mind, Fantasy's looking, scoping it down. This is going to put Phantasmagoria on the pressure cooker because if they cannot cross, they need to go in towards house and start taking some of these players down. And Fantasy and Delru will be their primary targets right now. Delru SMGing it up, waiting for somebody to come up those stairs. Vey has moved all the way up the street. He's looking to get the cross. If he crosses right now, yes, picks up the first tag on towards Fantasy. Fantasy tagged up. Need to get these kills. There you go, gets King. No problem there. It's just Vey remaining. They are getting the plant in. They are getting the plant in. They need to get it in. They will, though! They won't get it in. Sednake was a bit late as well. I really had hope there they would have got plant and gotten away, because that would have made the match so much more interesting, because then suddenly Team Dignitas would have needed to get those crosses with an angry AK looking in that general direction. Oh my god, Delru right off the bat. Sorry, I'm just going to take it over.
He is way over in that elbow, and surely going to come into contact with 3 players. Does come behind Zabza. Zabza goes down already. Going to contact with a second, lands the tag, but not the frag. Katana finally taking him down, and that could have gone so badly for Fan. Luckily, Katana was there to save the day, and Dignitas was started so well. He's looking a lot weaker. Koa not going down without a fight, though. Does take down Elking as Vey gets the bomb down. Finally, 40 seconds, as I believe it is Blackmane to reveal his position. Not going to do much with it, though. Katana gets that second and the third. Lovely play from him. Bit of point spray towards that lovely, what is normally a scope spot, but it worked beautifully, and that is 1-2. Finally, the first round for Fan.
Absolutely. I want to get back on the whole scope argument, by the way. We forgot the sickest scope for Europe. Miracle.
Miracle?
Never mind. It's an outpost on fire, Joe. So.
Lovely.
Absolutely. Okay, let's get back in towards this game. Let's take it away from Robans, who's sitting up on towards A house. The rest of Team Dignitas. Oh, Mark, aggressive play right out towards his site, taking down 2. Team Dignitas all of a sudden have unleashed a fury, berserker style, ripping through Phantasmagoria as if they're not even there. Koa, on the other hand, shotgun Koa himself, top of street, looking down. Can he find himself a pick? Zabza. Blackmane is actually playing M16, if I'm not completely mistaken.
Oh. This is that. Blackmane, he's playing such a nasty position.
No, it's M4, my apologies.
Like, you know, being in that calf it can be brutal. He is actually sitting back trying to get the nade out. Does have M4, as Fan are dwindling in numbers. Actually, whoa, the spray getting straight back returned to him as he did wallband that door. It was Katana laying that fire down. Katana and Zabza both in melon. Zabza looking back towards that back A. Koa's way down on the mid card. Does try and put some fire onto that bomb. Katana trying to draw out any sort of fire with that fake. Does spot Koa, but Koa gets the better of him. And now Fantasy trying to land that shot onto the planter. Not going to happen though as he does retreat once again. Zabza on that bomb. Going to go down to Blackmane. And Blackmane, is that Blackmane with... It wasn't with scope, was it? It was just behind him. No, Fantasy still picking up scope. And Dignitas looking different to they did on City, I'll be honest with you. Even though they're playing strong on City, this looks a lot more kind of disciplined than we saw on City.
Yeah, absolutely. Dignitas are playing exceptionally aggressive right now. Take advantage of that. Correct. Steady, let Team Dignitas come to them. And they are doing that. Blackmane sitting inside that spot in the little kebab shop, waiting. Did he think somebody was planting or something? Because he was spraying that wall. Nobody was sitting there.
Indeed. Sorry, I was just checking the chat to see if we've got any feedback. And look at the scoreboard is what something we heard. So we'll flash that up on occasion so you guys can see who's performing at the moment.
Cool.
Nice to see Delru not at the bottom of the scoreboard this time, keeping up with everyone. Unlike James last time, Mr. Bond. And this round I'm going to pick up with Fantasy, see what Fantasy's doing with that scope. Gonna once again try and put some pro in light. I can only assume as he does make his way straight across, actually going into that house right away, get Castor's eyes to his light. Nice positioning from him. Haven't really seen that too often, but nothing for it so far. Does catch a glimpse of someone, I believe that is Katana. Not going to go down to him, but Mark is right on his heels, does take him down. And that's the first blood, make the second as well. Delru going huge onto Robbins. Both SMG and AK both down for Fan now. Zabza, Elking and Vey do remain though. Elking and his compadre Zabza both in by light. Vey, the only man really crossed the street yet. As he does make his way into Melons. He's played very cautious play from both teams at the moment. Vey's going to have to try and get this bomb down. With that barrage of nades, it's going to be even more difficult as Zabza does go down to Mark's SMG. Elking quickly responding onto him though. Now 4v2, numbers greatly favouring Dignitas, and I'm just going to say this is going to be a very easy round. Not going to give up just yet though, as Fantasy to get tagged by Vey. Not going to go down as Fantasy hits that prone key hard. And just all he needs to do, Elking though with a fragment of Blackmane, that is the spray down. This could make that plant just that little bit more easy. Elking under heavy fire though, surely he's going to go down. Does to Delru, and now suddenly Vey looking very weak, is going to go down to Koa. And expected play once again from Dignitas.
2-4 it is. Team Dignitas playing consistent again. I was looking at Blackmane earlier. Let's take him away on him as well. Blackmane, where are you? There he is. He's playing a very good kebab shop so far. However, he is really rotating even between playing aggressive and playing passive. Right now, he's playing very, very defensive, all the way in the back. Previous round, he was way up the wall, looking over, looking at the bus, see if he can find any of the players going for a fast plant or anything like that. This time around, taking it very, very slow. Bomb's getting planted. Could get the tag in through the wall.
Explosives.
It was Vey getting planted. Blackmane did get one tag through. Let's go around the next player. It's Delru and Mark remaining. Let's take it away on Fantasy. My apologies. Mark went down before. Fantasy knows there's one right around the corner. Manages to survive the cross. Aggressive play. Takes down Katana. Gets down towards alleyway, but King comes in from behind. That could have been sensational, but it wasn't to be. It's 3-4.
Yes, indeed. Now this round is going to be all on Delru, I believe that blue Tiger is going to aid him in his rush. I think he's going to go once again for this fast light push that he has not really getting too much issues with. Not being aided once, as he does once again push up towards light. Going to counter one. Going to go Katana. Katana did pick up the fragment of Mark just before he fell though. And straight away does his job of just holding light. This is very good to see. Koa does pick up the fragment of Robbins meanwhile though, as Delru literally just needs to hold light, stop it being used as a vantage point, and it just aids Dignitas so much. We see fan players being really forced into a bit of a rut at the moment. King, the only man actually crossed the street. Once again, Zabza and Vey both really cautiously beginning to push Delru. This could be very messy for Fan. Delru as well, thinking about the push, does return to his prone, and oh, this is so close. Both on top of each other, one above, one below, and Delru, this could go either way. Vey and Zabza now. Finally, Zabza does dismount, trying to retrieve that bomb. Delru hears it. It's going to remain very, very still. This is a slow round. Delru surely needs to stop them crossing the street now. As one makes his way into Spawn House. Delru's still finally going to go down. Vey takes him down. Oh, he is not going to be happy with that. Patience did not pay off this time. And now suddenly 3v3 it does emerge. Quickly going to become a 3v2. No, it's not Koa getting that regen. And Zabza does get the bomb down as Fan suddenly changing what looked like such a nasty situation to be in into something quite positive. Elking now awaiting the B Melon push. The spot one, not going to take him down though as he retreats to watch the other side. 3 players in that B alley. Someone just needs to get some bullets over there. It's going to be Elking. Yes, one. Can he get a second? He does to the Beagle. Gets the third. Oh my god, I had a little orgasm. I will be quite honest. Oh dear.
Go change your pants.
Yeah, that was Oh, I squealed. I really do apologise. That was just insane play from Elking. 3 players all stacking up from Dignitas, and that was the mistake on their part, and Elking really did punish them for it.
Absolutely. SMG came in towards that corridor, took them apart, peeled the layers of the onion that was Team Dignitas right there. They should have not had 3 of them right in that alley. That's just asking for it. Back into the game. It's 4-4. Team Phantasmagoria has pulled it back slightly but steadily, but I'm not all too sure how they're going to be doing on their defensive side and how Team Dignitas is going to be performing on the attacking. I'm still going to think there should not have too much issue on that attacking side. But in the meantime, with the bomb, there is smoke all over the B side. He could plant it in. Looking at Blackmane, who's all the way in the back of Little Kebab. Could get the spray through the wall here as the bomb comes in. Still has not gotten himself a single wall bang at all throughout this series. From this position in Little Kebab, not having any success whatsoever. Is it the M4? Is it maybe his hearing? We don't know yet, but we'll have to see. Zabza, scoping it out, looking for the kill. The bomb is being planted. Vey picks it up. 3v3. Let's see if Team Dignitas decide to stack up in towards that B alley once again. Well, if they do, then it would be very impressive because the 2 of them will need to cross the street. Pick it up on Delru. Delru managed to die once so far. Needs to be extremely careful here. Oh, there's Robons right there. Zabza will pick up on Fantasy. It will just be Blackmane remaining. Gets the first on Zabza. Needs to get the second one. Hasn't. Are you kidding? He's going for the fuse. He's actually going to. Unlucky. 5-4.
The dreams of a Ninja Fuse shattered in seconds.
I know, right? I thought by myself this could actually be it. But no.
London, not going to happen today. Now, see, as we were saying, attacking is undoubtedly the easier side on this map. So Fan really going to look to try and pick up as many rounds as they can. They have got 5. I think 7 would be a nice kind of total to aim for on this half. Katana does actually spot and land the wallbang into Mark. Blackmane does try to bring it back for Dignitas, but Robins is straight on his heels as he punishes him for that front. Koa as well for Dignitas. 3v3 bomb dancing around Melons. Elking, the man who just absolutely decimated Dignitas a few rounds ago, has the bomb and is just chilling, really lying in wait, waiting for Delru to peek. I think he's well aware of Delru's positioning just in that corner of Melons. Delru not going to make a move this time, hoping patience is going to pay as we see Elking stealth in his way and going to check every possibility. Surely this is going to be his frag. Delru lying in wait though. Does come around the corner, does take him down. Elking, lovely play from him, and that's going to open up Melons for the fake for Zabza. Smoke coming out now. This could be the 4 from Fan, and this could guarantee them this round. Another fake from Zabza though, well aware of the possibility of nades. Katana with a frag of Fantasy, scope now down. You'd think that would open up the plan, but not today. Koa showing he can use the AK just much as he can use that shotgun as he just trying to get the second. Not going to happen. Did tag Elking, but Elking landed that lovely headshot, and that is 6-4. Great play from Fan.
6-4 it is. 2 more rounds remaining in his half. Team Dignitas will need to pick up the next 2 in order to pull themselves together. Getting a 6-6 in towards the second half. Taking away on Zabza, playing aggressive in construction. Setnade coming in on towards A side, expecting 2 there. Not going to happen just yet. Anybody outside Little Kebabs looking through, trying to find Blackmane. Fan doesn't find him just yet. Let's take a look at what Fantasy is doing. Fantasy sitting all the way in the back of street. Setnade coming out right on top of the site. Can he find anybody there? Doesn't look like it's going to be the case. Looking straight in towards Ali, knows that Blackmane is covering on the right. Robons pushing in at the same time. He's all the way. He hasn't crossed the street just yet. Looks like Phantasmagoria don't know what to do just yet. Blackmane waiting for a push on towards the B site. Waiting for a plant to happen. Let's take a look up at Delru. Very, very passive. On towards A. Could maybe get a push on towards C. Fantasy. Picks up on Zabs, the scope down. Phantasmagoria are dropping 1 by 1. That's Vake down as well. It's Katana and Robons remaining. Robons will have himself push. Can he go out there? Can he go towards the back of A site? He doesn't know that Delru is right there. In the meantime, Mark goes down. Koa goes down. Robon's get the push in. Right up towards A high. Katana in. Gets down Fantasy. Robon is the last man standing. Delru and Fantasy will be the only man standing. Can he get the cross? No, he won't, because Blackmane is right there. Takes him down. It's 6-5. Could this actually be a 6v6? I would not be surprised if Team Dignitas pulled that one off.
And I think that would be a real tough blow for Fan. I think they would really struggle with their kind of changing into the defensive role. Still, can't really rule anything out with these two teams, both very strong. You can't deny that both teams they've had their high and low points, and this most definitely is a high for both. Koa holding steady once again on that table. So but it's worth noting just how slow both teams are playing. They're really, I mean, you see this contrast is such. We see fast plants coming out on this map. We see fast SMG rushes onto A, and none of that is happening at the moment. Just elking in that smoke. We're going to see the fakes once again come out. This is almost hit and miss who wins each round at the moment. Still faking, holding Melon. Very standard positioning from of these teams. Vey's going to be the man to move there because he has to get that bomb, at least fake, trying to draw out some fire, get those positions kind of secured in the minds of Fan. The fake out is going to get tagged, but not the frag. As it is, I believe it is Blackmane putting that fire from Calf. Finally, the first frag is exchanged. Delru onto Robons. One SMG down for Fan, makes that the second as well. Both SMGs are shut down on that A site. Surely this is going to go Dignitas' way now. As Elking falls as well to Mark. Oh, and this is once again, we saw it last time. Just this 1-for-1, just kind of falling in almost synchronized fashion. Lovely play.
Every single time we're seeing this happen, we can see Phantasmagoria getting towards this point where they were in the lead for a little while. It was, let's see here, it was 6-4 for a little while, getting ahead. But then they start to wobble. Then they start to wobble on their legs. It happened on the previous map as well, as on City Streaks. They were ahead for a little while. But then they start to play so incredibly defensively. And at that point, Dignitas smells blood and moves straight in for the kill. And that's what they've been doing right here, right now as well. It's 6-6. It's 6-6 right now. We are waiting for Machine to ready up.
I thoroughly apologize. Apparently, apparently our production is being an absolute demon. And is actually already uploaded Elking going huge for those. So for those of you that were busy being awesome, the clip is already up, and you can see Elking decimating the Dignitas side.
But don't watch the chest because this match is not over just yet. I'll throw it up towards the YouTube front page in a second. They want to make a thread about it or something like that. But take it away, Team Dignitas' attack. But look at this, Phantasmagoria extremely aggressive, going straight in towards Ali right off the bat. But this is going to be enough because Elking is down. Blackmane is down. Katana being tagged up already. Delru on towards the site. Can he do anything here? Who has the bomb? It's going to be none other than Koa, who's got himself the bomb. They're not going to commit towards the B side just yet because they're slightly apprehensive of doing so. Mark, in the meantime, is in construction. There's 3 of Phantasmagoria in a house. Spraying through that wall. Mark tries to give a little bit of cover towards that bomber. Koa still hoping to fake it out. Smoke on the streets. Del Rubo going first. This bomb has gone out. Will this be enough for Koa to get Blunt in? No, it gets Katana down. And that's going to make a 3v3 once again. Zabza looking towards the bomb site. Will Dignitas get this plant in? Are they going to go for a plant? We don't know just yet. Vey also looking across. Gets Koa! What a way to go! With a pixel shot right there. Gets quickly. Mark going with a double. And now we're going to get a bomb in from Fantasy. Mark, can you finish it off with a hat trick here onto what Zabza, who's sitting in the back? And this is going to... Yeah, well, there you have it. Fantasy will take it. Yeah, Mark does it again. It's 7-6. Team Dignitas are starting to add rounds. 6-7.
And I am back. My god, this microphone is giving me some serious shit, but I am here, and I'm going to go with Zabza, purely because this guy has got to do something quite special. Crossfire is a map that I'm sure a lot of scopes will be happy to play. But Mark once again executing A perfectly, does get the frag onto A. Now Zabza looking for any sort of glimpse of Mark, does catch a glimpse of him, not going to land the wall back and try for the second, doesn't. As he does begin to retreat. Last peak's not going to happen. Suddenly Dignitas very, very strong. 4 for the 2 in their favour.
Looks like for the first time in this map, we'll see Blackmane pushing on towards the A site. Getting a first plant in on towards A. Zabs is going to be all the way in the back, trying to Deagle Bro this up. And he's going to go to get down. And we have ourselves 8-6. Dignitas are pulling away.
Just what Dignitas need to be doing when there's so much money at stake. This is where a change in playstyle can be absolutely key to kind of pulling away from a team, especially a team that is good as Phantasmagoria.
The team that drops down, though, does not automatically drop out of the tournament. We'll be meeting Isuba in a best-of-1 in the lower bracket. In the meantime, Katana gets himself a kill on towards Mark. Let's see what Delru's doing. He's sitting in Melons. He's just chilling, waiting for anybody to come to him. That's exactly what he needs to do.
The classic Delru playstyle is kind of patient gamer.
Absolutely.
It's
either patience or it's nades. It's one of the two. Even though he completely cocks up there versus Elking.
He's trying to do its Elking against Elking. Profiting from exactly the same jump only a couple of rounds ago.
Fantasy, top street, looking down. Bomb still not been planted. Where is the bomb? It's on Koa. Not even pushing forward once into the B site. There is going to be a one in alley. He cannot look out. He cannot look out in towards alley because Zabza will immediately shut him down for his efforts. He's going to need to wait. But whoever's sitting in alley, it's going to be Elking, as we said just now. Yeah, Koa gets taken down. Zabza getting a second one. Let's take it away on Zabza, who's the second to last standing. Fantasy will be the last man standing here for Team Dignitas. He needs to get this bomb in now. 18 seconds to go. This is going to give the opportunity for Zabza to move in and get himself a hat trick. He needs to do it now. Where's Fantasy? Fantasy gets the plan. Needs to get the hell out of there. Actually, he managed to get the hell out. No way in hell he manages to do that. Gets a tag up on towards Vey, and now it's his game. This is his board now. Zabza looking under the bus. Can he find something here? Looking for the fake. Fantasy. Here's the defuse. Oh, he's going to get pincered. He's totally going to get pincered now. And there we go. Vey takes him down. The bomb is going to get defused. A little bit too keen there for Fantasy. It's going to be 7-8.
Explosives diffused.
And I really think Fan could do this. And, I mean, as much as I would like to see Dignitas pull this back, I think I'm going to say Fan. Just because, I mean, Elking obviously playing lovely with us at SMG on the A side as he's kind of considering this push, but also just because I thought Fan would have such a weak defense, and at the moment it's looking almost unfazed as we see Elking slaughter his own scope. What are you doing, young man? But he does look to try and return some fire, put some fire towards Melon to mark through the fragments of Vey, and this round has not gone well for the Fan side. Wow, Fantasy mocks that up 2-9-7, and I think a team kill at this stage is just something you cannot afford to do.
No, absolutely. We saw it yesterday as well. Team killing when you get these crucial situations, it's just not very good at all. 9-7 though. You really think Phantasmagoria are going to pull this one back?
I am going to stick to my guns purely because I have belief.
I'm going to stick with Team Dignitas. I believe in Delru, who's going to go on towards Elking, who's sitting right there. Hello there. Oh, it's Katana even. My apologies. Just outside B Alley stairs, and all of a sudden we see Phantasmagoria getting a double nade right in towards Vey and Robons, who are tagged up beyond belief. Mark, whoever threw that nade must have been pissed that did not completely connect, because now Vey take down Delru, and it's 3v3 all of a sudden again. Team Dignitas in a bit of a pickle. Koa going with the plant, and they will do it. This one with Dignitas in with 2v3 with a bomb planted. They have a significant advantage with both Phantasmagoria in lower A. They need to get this cross in. I don't think it's going to happen, because as soon as Koa looks forward, just like that, we'll take down Zabza. Vey will be the last man standing, and Blackmane sees Vey, who's just crossed the street, who actually took down Fantasy. Oh, okay, I was about to say.
Oh my god, that was lovely playing that smoke, but just not going to happen today.
Did you spectate Blackmane from that one? Because he saw him. He wanted Fantasy to take the kill.
Oh, really?
He just watched him cross the straight through the smoke.
Chilling. He knew he could take it. He knew he could stop that defuse. Confident in himself, which is always nice to see in a player. In certain measures, anyway. As Katana and Elking have already fallen. Zabza on the return, though, does take down Marky near Cafe. Robons as well onto Blackmane. Nice play from Fan, leveling that playing field very, very swiftly. And now the waiting game does begin. Zabza just caught a glimpse of one on Melons. No repeat from them, especially at this stage in the game. Vey on that A house. Fantasy with that scope still, as he does catch Robons. This position that Fan seemed to be insisting works. In fact, Delry was in it as well. It hasn't worked once. I don't think we've seen SMG really profit from it once, and maybe that's something people should address. Still, though, all on Zabza now as the push does commence towards A. It's going to be Fantasy taking that with SMG. No, it's not. It's heavily tagged. Delru mopping up for Fantasy's SMG disaster. And there it is, 11-7. Dignitas very strong.
Let's take a look at the stats in the meantime. We got Mark with 19-13, 100 kills on the board. Katana for Phantasmagoria, 16-15. Blackmane will be bottom fragging for your Team Dignitas, 10-11. In the meantime, Robons robbed the bottom fragging with 8-16. And Phantasmagoria are 3 down with El King and Vey standing. Then again, Delru and Koa for Dignitas, only men standing as well. And still, Delru knows that somebody out in this alley. It's probably going to be El King. It is. Let's see if Delru can initiate on this one. He knows that King is right. He should be around that area. But Koa cannot look. Yeah, he could not go out there because Vey will just... Yeah, exactly. Koa was a little bit too keen. Wanted to get a kill on El King. Going for a look around. And that opened up the opportunity for Vey to take in the kill. It's 11-8. The comeback could still happen.
Come on, Fan. I believe in you. Phantasmagoria. It's just, you know, a team with so many syllables, they can't underperform. That's
and it was a cool game as well.
It has been a really strong game, really good to watch. And, you know, we've seen performances from players like El King, we've seen Fantasy really playing well with that SMG. And, I mean, he's keeping up with scope as well, but I will remain with my judgment that I feel he is a much stronger SMG.
Explosives
Although Bomb
planted.
gone down without much kind of dispute from Fan, that is what could be game-changing, or game-deciding rather, as only 30 seconds now. Still 4 players do remain. Make that 3 as Koa just get the frag onto El King near that B alley. Robon's on the push. Vey responding onto Koa though. Blackmane succeeding nicely as Robon's about to come into contact with 3
Zabza.
different players. Oh, and there it goes now, all on Zabza. Oh, I heard the A-Spec Ninja Defuse whisper, but not to be this time either.
He had the time for it as well. He could have done it. He could have done it.
Ladies and gentlemen, the excitement you witness with A-Spec season Ninja Defuse, you will
As soon as you hear me holding my breath, you know what time it is. Let's take it away. Potentially the last round here for Team Dignitas. 12-8 on round point, match point, game point even here on City Streets. So far, Phantasmagoria with 2 standing. KV will be last man standing. Oh, Zabza will be last man standing in the most horrific position he could possibly be in. He is right there. Takes down Mark though.
Oh, and
there you have it. Big game being called. And it's going to be 13-8, the final call here on City Street, with Team Dignitas triumphing over Phantasmagoria. And we'll be moving on towards the next round in the upper bracket, which you will see next time with Lowland Lions versus Team Dignitas. And what an exciting match that is going to be.
I don't think any of us want to be missing.
Absolutely not. On the other hand, though, Phantasmagoria will be meeting Isuba in that lower bracket. Another thriller of a game.